Okay, so we're going to go over slope. We've been looking at lines, and lines have a characteristic that helps describe them, and that is the slope. And when you think of slope in terms of just plain old English, you think of how steep something is, like, oh, we're gonna go skiing and we're gonna hit the slopes, right? Because you're gonna hit the hill that has like some sort of slanty to it. So if you're going along scenic stretch, really flat, zero slope, right? Super, super steep has a bigger slope. And that is, there's a number, there's a value that is just a number, no variables, no nothing, just a number, and that's called slope. So first, let's talk about slope in terms of what sign it is. So if you go uphill, so I'm moving from left to right here, go uphill, and you're on a bicycle. So let's put, whoa, that bicycle's above ground. That's okay, we just hit a rock. My hair is flying backward, whee! Oh, okay, no, it's not really flying that backward because I'm working uphill. Okay, that's positive slope. Okay, uphill, positive slope. Okay, and then downhill. Oh, there they go, that bicycle was better. Oh, legs, I'm hunched down, whee! Okay, negative slope. So uphill is positive, downhill is negative. Scenic stretch, ooh, bicycle hard. Okay, yeah, zero slope. Okay, it's not steep at all. Okay, now there's one thing we haven't done. Can you ride your bike up and down? Can you just hit straight up and down? Now you may feel like it's straight up and down when you're on a hill, but you're really not. Okay, you can't, right? This is impossible. I can't even draw it. Right? This person's sad. This is impossible. Well, let's use the math word, okay? Because it's not a math word to say impossible. But the slope here, we say undefined. Okay, now that's a math word. I'm going to box it in. 0, that's a number. These are positive. For example, slope could be 2. That's just an example. This slope, for example, could be -2. Slope is just a number, no variables, it's just a number that describes the line and how steep it is. Now let's calculate slope. So, all right, we'll just make that dot bigger. Okay, so that dot is at 2, 3. There we go. Now, we have 2 dots that I've given you here. And lines in math aren't squiggly. So that line is straight all the way. And how steep it is here is the same as how steep it is down there. So you take any 2 points, and to determine the slope, you look at how far up you go before you have to go right between any 2 points. Okay, now this works here. How much, we're going to call this rise. So how far up do you go? And then we're going to divide that by what we call the run. You can either run forward or you can run backward. Now, if you run forward this way, you are going to have a positive slope. So this one's positive. Or if you run backward, you would have a negative slope. So how much do you rise between here and here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was a +3 rise. We'll just keep track of our signs. And then how much did we run to get from here to here? Okay, that was a +2 run. So that's our slope. Slope's just a number. Don't try to sneak that variable in. Sometimes when people get further into it, they think, it's a variable. There's no variable. Okay, let's do another problem. This time, I want to show you that it doesn't matter which order you go from. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And for ease, I'm going to keep running through the origin. Okay, what is the slope of this problem? Now, let's say, so slope, rise over run. Now, let's say this time I went from here to here. Okay, that was my rise. That was a -1. Okay, then we're going to do my run, and I'm going, now this time I have to run that way to get to my other dot. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that run was -4. But ultimately, that still came out positive, as it should. What if you did it the other way? What if you went from this 0, 0, and you went up 1, and then right 4? See, it doesn't matter if you go from one dot down or you go the other dot up. The signs work out because you have a negative divided by a negative. Now, real quick, let's do one like this. If I had this line right here, and let's just say this has a slope of -1, I could go up and back. So that would be a +1 over a -1, rise over run, plus over a minus. Or I could have gone this way. So that would have also been -1. So I went down 1, over 1, and I got -1. But see, those are the same values. So it does not matter which direction you go, and sometimes you need to use one versus the other. Okay,